Good morning, YouTube people. I am wanting to share a layout from my Make It Kit Monday, and this is, I think, number 8, maybe 9. I don't know. I haven't really kept count, but I'm almost ready to move on. So here I'm just trying to use a glassine envelope that came in a Studio Calico kit, but I don't end up using it. I have trouble using those for some reason, so the little heart background paper had some splatters of blue on it from a previous project, and I end up going with that on the page. I'm just kind of winging it here and using some of my scraps. I don't have very many full pieces of paper left, cardstock. I'm trying to think. I think I only have like 2 full pieces of pattern paper left, actually. And these are pictures from my daughter from her Instagram for 2013. And I have found, if y'all are struggling with glue to hold transparent items, or translucent, I guess, items, or even transparent, vellum, things of that nature, score tape seems to work really well for me. I can't see through on, I would say, 90% of the items that I put score tape on. It does not show through. And I end up cutting this tag down and using it in 2 different places. And see, I use my Martha Stewart punch there to trim out some of it. And I thought about using this silhouette die, but it didn't make it on the layout either. So here I'm just grabbing some layering items, and I was kind of, sporadic and all over the place with this layout. I'd go from one thing to another and not finish the other because I knew what I was going to do with it, so I just set it there, and then I'd come back, and so it was just one of those kind of scattered layouts. And you'll see me going through several things, trying to figure out placement for various items. Does that work? Does this work? No. And now that I look at that one camera cutout, it probably would have worked. Or I guess it was a template that I had sprayed over and then cut out. But it didn't make it either. It's kind of a large element, so when it's almost as big as the pictures, it doesn't work for me. I don't want it to be the highlight. I want the pictures to be the highlight. And the +1 typewriter does make it on. And it's funny because I put this picture up on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, and I got a funny comment from someone. Derek, the boyfriend there, he's very metro, and so he doesn't have any problem, he's not gay or anything, he's just very metro, so he doesn't have any problem wearing pink swim trunks with little baby elephants all over them, which is exactly what he has on in the picture, and being very silly and very stylish, and has his hair always trimmed very neatly and that sort of thing. So that is the type of guy that my daughter always likes to date, and they have been together off and on since she was 12, and it's really only her. She's been with 2 boyfriends, so it's really only her, one of 2. But they were both very metro and would always have the most stylish shoes, or the cutest little pink shirt, or bright yellow sunglasses, things like that. And she just loves that. I think it's her dad's influence. Well, her stepdad. He was kind of metro. Of course, he'd, wear whatever I ask him to, but I guess by nature he's not that metro, but by nature Derek is very metro. And she just loves it. And I'm sure that I will have, according to her taste with that sort of thing, I'm sure I will have between her personality and the guys that she dates' personality, I'm sure my grandchildren will be very high maintenance and very preppy, and it ought to be interesting. And they're both expensive children. I hope they can afford themselves someday, because they're 18 here, and they're not anywhere near getting close. Although True is pretty self-sufficient. She does good. And see, I put score tape, and I guess it did show through the transparent acetate, but it does not show through vellum or the colored acetate. So that gives you a little background on my child. And I thought it needed to have some dimensional elements to it, so I did put the typewriter and the bow on 3M foam tape and the Happy Thoughts. And at the end here, you'll notice that it does cut off. I ran out of battery, but I was almost done. I was so close. I think it took me about an hour and 5 minutes to do the layout, and I had battery life of 59 minutes. So that shows you how close I got. And I'll explain what I did, and I'll have still pictures at the end, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Just keep watching for the still pictures, and that'll show you the elements that I ended up putting on at the end. And I have another layout in queue, so I'm finally getting one on the camera and one that I'm uploading, or one in queue and one that I'm uploading each day. Again, I try to do that first thing in the morning and then get my work and workouts done and that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up here. You wouldn't know it from looking at my scrapbook room, but I do like to keep it tidy. And then I pull my letter stickers, and I'm starting to get tired of using the same letter stickers. It's starting to feel like a lot of the layouts that I'm doing are the same. I think it's because of the color palette. Because I remember my last Make a Kit Monday, I didn't feel that way. I felt like they were all very different. And this one, I feel like I'm doing the same kind of thing over and over. So I'm definitely ready to mix it up and do some different colors and letter stickers. And see that paint there is the Jamaican Blue by Folk Art, and I love that color. But it had gotten on the heart paper to a previous layout, so I just went with it and kind of sprinkled it all over the page. And I like how paint opposed to mist sets on the page a little more opaque, and so against that bright yellow it really stood out and it didn't soak in, and so I thought it turned out really pretty. And again, I apologize for my voice. I'm still struggling, but my allergies are starting to clear. I just have some residual. At least I'm not sneezing and coughing like mad, but now I've got the froggy voice and still some lingering congestion. And this time it's in my lungs, so I'm hoping it doesn't turn into bronchitis or something like that. That would just be miserable. But see, okay, so here the lettering that I'm doing, seems to be redundant to the last few pages that I've done, so I'm getting a little burned out on that. I want to get back into using some thickers and that sort of thing. And I'll have to go back and check this layout because I just kind of pushed down really hard on those letter stickers and they seem to have stuck. But the true test will be when I look at it today. So hopefully I won't have to go back and glue those down. And I just thought it needed a little something, you know, around the edges there for that heart paper. It seemed to kind of float, especially with those letters being above it there and it having that big open space. Just going through some extra stickers, and I thought that main squeeze was cute to go with the layout. I got really close to that S though. Adding some mustard seeds so it doesn't just look like white on the edge of that main squeeze sticker. Trying to remember, I don't think I used the roller date stamp. No, I couldn't figure out where to place it. Here I'm going through my enamel dots. I end up using some hearts because you know I'm a heart addict. And at the end you'll see that I added, I'm almost at the end here where it cuts off, but I added some gold sequins that look kind of yellow against the paper, and some wood veneer. And a couple of the wood veneer I just added some messy blue paint to it so that it would match, and you'll see those still pictures here towards the end. And that's basically the end of it. The wood veneer that I added, the little blue, they're like the diamond wood veneer. So see, there's the close-up. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.